Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back, it's Zach. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about deodorants. I have 7 deodorants here, and I actually do have a couple of other ones in my deodorant collection, I guess. But here I'm going to talk about 7 different options, and they all are aluminum deodorants. Now, as things turn more towards clean beauty and natural and organic stuff, people seem to be moving away from aluminum, and that's fine if you want to use non-aluminum products, but it needs to be for the right reason. So I want to talk about some myths about aluminum that companies are using as fear-mongering tactics to make you buy their natural deodorants instead of the typical aluminum-based deodorants. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so I want to give a quick little kind of backstory. Deodorants have been around for a very long time. They are completely safe. Deodorants typically have a lot of fragrance in them, though lately there has been a lot of fragrance-free options, and some even available at the drugstore. So I will discuss that as well for people that have serious fragrance allergies. For most people, they're not allergic to fragrance, and they can kind of pick whatever deodorant they want, and a lot of people do pick a deodorant based on the scent. Most deodorants have aluminum in them, and that is usually the active ingredient. Aluminum is going to plug up the sweat gland and in turn reduce sweating, and that will reduce, how much you smell, BO, body odor. I wanted to test this out for you guys and see what's the hype, is this actually any good? Well, I use this the way that I normally would at night and in the morning, and I noticed with this product I still sweat and I still smell. So why would I use this if it's not doing what it says it does? I really just don't understand how this stuff is selling off the shelves like crazy, but people keep buying this natural crap, and so companies keep making it, but this sucks as a deodorant, and you're more likely to have a reaction to it. So I don't really get that. Here's my problem with these naturally derived deodorants. The active ingredient, sodium bicarbonate, and another one that's used commonly is baking soda. Those things are really alkaline. If you don't know what that means, based on pH, they are a really high level of pH. Your skin's pH is around in between 5 and 6. But under the armpit, it is a little bit higher generally, maybe 6 to 7, but things that have sodium bicarbonate and baking soda have a really high pH, 8, 9 plus, and putting that under your armpit is going to make you sweat more. And the reason that this can set up problems for you is that when you're putting something on the skin that's way out of the pH range, whether it's too low or way too high, it needs to be right around that 5 to 6. If it's 7, you're okay. If it's 4, you're okay. But, try to be in that spectrum. When you're putting on sodium bicarbonate and baking soda, it's so high, it's going to cause your skin issues, and it can even lead to rashes or burning or tingling and things like that. Additionally, when you're using those ingredients from these natural deodorants, those ingredients will kind of weaken your skin's barrier, which then those essential oils, those fragrances are going to penetrate the skin even deeper and then become a little bit more irritating. So we're using all these skincare products to benefit our skin barrier. Our skin already gets compromised by the pollutants around us, the stressors around us, the friction of the clothing rubbing against our skin that's, slightly exfoliating for us. We don't need a product that's going to irritate us. Another reason that essential oils have gotten so popular is because people are using tea tree oil to kill bacteria on the skin. A lot of people with acne say that tea tree oil works great for them, and that's great. If that's working for you, keep using it. A lot of people get irritated from it, but a lot of people do have success from it as well. So everything, it depends on you. It's unlikely that your deodorant has tea tree oil in it for your armpit. The essential oils that are in it are just fragrance. On this Everyman Jack, there's no tea tree oil. There's fragrance up at the top, but that's not enough. Then we have witch hazel. Then we have calendula flower extract. Then we have chamomilla flower extract. Then we have grapefruit seed extract, sage oil, cedarwood oil, limonene. The list goes on of all of these extracts that are not antibacterial, antifungal, they are just fragrance. which we already have in this product. I also want to point out to you that most of the deodorants in the standard size, not the twin pack, are in between $6.99 and $7.99. Some of them are $7.49, $7.59. But as you can see here, all of them are in that $7 range. And then when you go over to these natural deodorants, we're talking $13. That's literally insane. That's highway robbery. That's awful. Brand Native does have aluminum and aluminum-free options. A lot of people use deodorants when they wake up or when they get out of the shower in the morning and hope that they don't sweat as much throughout the day and continue to smell good. But deodorant actually should be used at night. And the reason for that is because you put on your deodorant before you go to bed, and that way at night you are likely not sweating unless you're in like a really hot climate or don't have AC. But most people are not going to be sweating at night, and they have very little body movement and function within the body, and so they're relaxed, they're sleeping. The deodorant and the aluminum in the deodorant can get into that sweat gland under the armpits and fill it up. That way you will not produce sweat the next day. The next day when you wake up, you can shower and clean out your armpits and get rid of the leftover deodorant, and you don't have to put on any more deodorant. You can just go about your day. But if you do want to add some more deodorant in the morning, maybe for a scent, feel free. Just realize that the actual aluminum likely will wipe off a couple hours into your day once you start moving around, moving your arms, you know, getting into your car, driving, moving the gear lever, changing the radio, going on your phone. These functions create friction of your clothing under your armpit and really wipe off that aluminum. That's why it doesn't really make a difference to apply it in the morning unless you are applying it for, again, the fragrance, the cologne, the perfume that's in your deodorant. Some people also like to apply more in the morning and night, just so that they make sure that they, are always getting the benefit. It's not going to cause an issue for most people to apply deodorants every single day, twice a day for the rest of their life. It's not really going to become an issue. The only thing that's likely to become a problem is the fragrance. You could have contact dermatitis, but that's still very unlikely. If you are somebody that does get fragrance allergies, or you do get contact dermatitis under your armpits, you may be looking for a fragrance-free deodorant, and unfortunately when we turn into fragrance-free things, a lot of companies decide to create a natural deodorant that's fragrance-free, but it's not aluminum-based. If you want a regular standard great working deodorant, here's one you can find at your local drugstore. I picked this up at CVS. This is just their aluminum, sure, unscented, solid, invisible deodorant. This does, however, have a masking fragrance. It's one of the last ingredients, so I don't think it's going to cause a lot of issue for people, and it literally smells like nothing. So if you don't want to smell in your products, or if you have a fragrance allergy, maybe try this. But because it does have the masking fragrance, if you are 100% allergic to any fragrance, this might also cause a problem for you. This deodorant's very affordable. I think it's like $3, but they always have sales at CVS. Additionally, there's a new line out, at least for men's, and it is from Harry's. And they have 3 different deodorants. I picked these up because I was able to get a great deal on the deodorants. They were an amazing price. I like this because they still have that aluminum in them. They seem to be a nice product. I believe they are cruelty-free as well. They're made in Canada. So they have 3 different variations. The ones that don't have sweat control, I was not going to buy those because I feel like what's the point of using a product that doesn't have sweat control purposes in it. So I got the odor and sweat control, and I got this one in the scent Stone. And then I got the odor and enhanced sweat control for extra strength antiperspirant in the smell Redwood. So I'm still kind of trying out and testing these out, but so far I do really like them, and they're a great price. So I think they're an awesome addition to the drugstore. Another deodorant that I reach for so often because I love the scent of it is this Old Spice Swagger Confidence in Cedarwood. This is great. This is also an aluminum deodorant, and it works really great. The reason I have been sticking to this so much almost every day is because I'm not wearing cologne every day. So before the pandemic, I would wear cologne every single day. There really wasn't a day that I didn't leave the house. or wasn't around people. So I always like to smell good. For me, it was worth it to always have cologne on. I guess the cost over the benefit, the cost benefit was there for me. I wouldn't wear my most high-end ones unless I had a specific reason for it, but I would have it on every day. But since the pandemic, I'm not wearing cologne every day because sometimes I don't see anybody, I'm not near anybody, so what do I need to smell good for? But when I have on this deodorant, it has a really nice smell that I love, and I can still smell it throughout the day. So I am using this at night for the sweat purposes, and then in the morning as well for the fragrance. A great, really affordable product that a lot of teens and younger kids use, younger people, young men use is Axe. And these are aluminum, totally safe, totally fine. And they have so many different fragrances and stuff that you can definitely find one. And then lastly, kind of similar to that, is this Dove Men Plus Care. And again, this is an aluminum-based product that does offer really good protection. I really would not recommend going this natural aluminum-free route for your deodorant. Just pick up your regular standard deodorants. If you're not having any reactions to your current deodorant, there's really no reason to change unless you're getting something that's maybe more affordable or the brand has better ethics, something like that. But there's no reason to go aluminum-free just to go aluminum-free. You know, matter of fact, you might end up having an issue if you do go aluminum-free for your deodorant. And it's the same for women too. I know I was showing men's deodorants tailored towards men, but it's the same thing for women. And women actually have more chance of having irritation from an aluminum-free natural deodorant because they most likely have their armpits shaved. Having your armpits shaved and then putting like essential oils on it is just setting yourself up for disaster. So please do not do that. Guys, if you shave your armpits, anybody that does, it doesn't matter. You're all in the same boat. You are more likely to have an issue since that deodorant is getting really deep down into the skin because you just shaved, and shaving is also physically exfoliating your skin. I hope this video was informative and helpful for you guys. I know that it's getting so overwhelming going into the stores. There's all these different new things coming out. Some are natural, some aren't, some you don't even know. I mean, it's not obvious sometimes. And so I just want to let you guys know, if something is working for you, there's really no reason to change unless it's cheaper alternative that you're getting, or if, you know, they discontinue that product, you need to find a new one, or if you're just sick of one brand because of their ethics and what they do and what they stand for, then of course switch. But there's no need to change up your routine if it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.